Alrighty. Hey, everyone out there. This is Wayne, and we are live. We are doing business for locksmiths and security professionals because there's a lot of overlap. The guys that do smart home automation, security systems, alarm systems, cameras, CCTVs, I mean, all of this stuff is kind of blending and melting in one big thing now. So I want to be able to information to help as many people as possible. And so that's exactly what we're going to try and do with this series. So with that said, we talked about Google last time, and a lot of people last week or this week, I guess it's still this week, have been waking up to find that they're having less Google reviews than they had before. And that's true. It's happening all across the country. It's happening with a lot of different industries, a lot of different listings. And I've talked with some Google specialists, and it seems as though there's a bug that's not counting the reviews correctly. Now, this is actually a good thing because it means that your reviews are still there. And I went in and I checked and I verified this, at least on my account. I would highly recommend you check out your own account as well and verify for yourself. But for me, on my own account, I was able to see that the reviews were still there. And if you actually count them, the count of the reviews is actually more than the count that is actually listed. Therefore, the reviews are still there. So that is a good thing. Okay. So we want that. We want to make sure that we keep those reviews there, and we want to make sure that those stayed because we worked hard to get them. Right. So Google's probably just going through debugging and doing some kind of algorithm or something to be able to go ahead and try and fix this problem and alleviate it, and then it will display. Now, for now, when somebody's looking and Googling your business, yes, they're going to see less reviews. But again, like we talked about yesterday, so your competitors probably did too. It's a floating bathtub. Okay. If you had 100 before and your competitor had 200, well, now you're down to 90 reviews and they're down to 180, right? So it's all the way across the board. It goes up and down. Rest assured, hopefully, it looks like those reviews are going to stick and stay, and all they need to do is adjust the numbers so that they match correctly. And then there you go. We'll be right back to where we were. Hopefully you don't lose any. If you do lose any, hopefully you lose some bad ones and not the good ones. And really just keep plowing forward and moving on, and just go ahead and make sure that you get plenty of good reviews while you can. This should be a wake-up call. There's a bunch of different ways to look at this. You can look at this and complain. You can look at this and blame Google. You can look at this and blame whoever you want. But rest assured, the fact is that it's happening. It's here. You have to deal with it. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. And all we can do is learn a lesson, take the gift, and prepare for next time. There's always probably going to be some kind of a glitch with our social media marketing. There's always going to be some kind of a problem that comes up and arises. Welcome to being an entrepreneur. That's what it's about. It's about having problems, getting problems, and solving problems. That's what separates the entrepreneur from the want-to-preneur. Okay. So you just take these things as they come, you learn from them as much as you can, and then you move on about your day. It would be a good idea to also start looking into other advertising platforms. If all of your eggs are in the proverbial Google basket, it would be a good idea to branch out and maybe make sure that you have a Facebook account for your company. Make sure that you have that's set up to where you can run ads right away. Make sure you have an Instagram company account, again, set up so that you can run ads instantly if you need to. Set up a TikTok account if you want to. I know there's some controversy there. If you are part of the platform, then continue to use it and set up something for your business. If you choose not to use that platform, that's obviously your right as well, and you don't have to. But it's just one more way to reach people. That's the way that I look at everything. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of them have their places. All of them have a different atmosphere. All of them have a different feeling about them. And all of them have a different audience about them as well. So YouTube, people go to YouTube to learn. So if you want to post content on there, post stuff for people to learn. If you want to go on Instagram, it's more entertainment. People want to see, quick flashy things, and they want to see cool pictures and cool images. TikTok's about the same way. It's just TikTok's very, very aggressive about how they engage with the posts and how they spread it around and how they grow. Facebook, it's more of a communal type thing. The groups and keeping in touch with family. Those are the kinds of things that really become popular there. Um, there's just a lot of different aspects for each one of those platforms, and I hope you take interest in all of them. LinkedIn is going to be more business related, so if you're looking to connect with other business professionals, LinkedIn's going to be a wonderful place to go ahead and do that. You should also, in my opinion, I believe LinkedIn offers advertising options as well. I know Facebook and Instagram do. I know TikTok does. So those are some options that you have. Even YouTube, you can promote a YouTube video on that as well. And so let's say you wake up and worst case scenario happens, all of a sudden your Google listing disappeared or you lost all your reviews or something happened. What is your game plan? Because I'll tell you right now, if you don't have a game plan going into it, it's going to be way more of a struggle than it's going to be if you do have a plan. Okay. Think about it. If you ask me a question, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 4, 8, 5 plus 5, 10. Okay, we can rattle these off. 6 plus 6, 12. Okay, we can rattle that off, and I have an instant answer ready to fire, rapid fire. Same thing applies to your business. If you have a problem and somebody throws a problem at you like 2 plus 2, and you've done your research and drilled it into yourself enough to where you have a solution that you can spit out at that problem at the instance that it drops, you're going to be way ahead of the game than somebody has to pull out their phone and type in the answer, type in the problem so that they can get the answer. Or if somebody offers you a very oddball question, let's say 2,476 times 15,224, right? Now you're going to have to think. You're going to have to do some long division or long math, or you're going to have to do calculator. Okay. You're not going to have that on the edge of your tongue. The more you have things ready to go at the ready, the better you're going to be prepared and the more ready you'll be for those problems that we have. So building those other accounts, setting them up, I would highly recommend doing that right here, right now, today. There's no better time than the present. You never want to wait on this stuff. Otherwise, it gets pushed to tomorrow, and then it's tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. And pretty soon it's a week, and then it's a month, and then another year has gone by where you didn't take the action that you needed to take. And now the big dump comes in. Something happens, Google listing disappears, something else disappears, and now you're left with no lifeboat, no dinghy, and your ship is sinking. Okay, how many people out there? How many of your businesses would survive if your Google listing went down? Right, that's the new phone book now. Unless you have a very loyal fan base or customer